Let's go.
Well. Funny seeing you here. Russ of the West Ham Network. Hope you're well. Did a match day morning today talking about Lucas Paqueta. No idea what's going on, mate. And I think we won't really know until it happens in about an hour's time, really, with the teams announced as West Ham take on Nottingham Forest at the City Ground at 2 o'clock kickoff. We'll be live about 1 o'clock-ish, 1:15. Make sure you stay and watch us. There'll be plenty of prizes to be won, as always. Maybe doing things a little differently with the prizes, maybe do a little quiz or whatever. Just mix it up a little bit. But for anyone who's new to the channel, thanks for joining us. Plenty you have recently. We try and predict the starting 11 ahead of the game a couple of hours beforehand. Let's just get into it. Also, thanks to Match Bingo. Don't forget to check them out as well. Hit the QR code, 18 plus and UK only. Get yourself your bingo cards ahead of the game. Right, so what do we know? We know that Luis Guilherme's not playing. We know that Jimmy's not playing. George Earthy's a doubt, but I don't think he might make the bench, maybe. And we know that @FERNANDES hasn't travelled. We know that Lucas Paqueta is in Nottingham, but it's quite close to Birmingham. It's a bit more closer to Birmingham than it is London. So he might, I think Jacob Steinberg said it's a 50-50 chance, but that was earlier in the evening yesterday, not necessarily with the revelation about Fabrizio Romano saying that he's going to go or whatnot. So let's go through it. So I'm going to put Mads in goal. I'm not mad to put Mads in. I think he's going to come good. I really do. We bought a good goalkeeper. A lot of the Leicester City fans said he was a very good goalkeeper. He's only played one competitive match since April, and now we're in August. So, it has taken a while to get sorted. Yes, we have been linked to other goalkeepers, but I think that's more a slight on Areola and getting in a younger number two. So, in essence, if we get some Ivor or someone like that in, him and Mads can be the two goalkeepers going forward for a number of years. And I like that sort of continuity. Now, we know that Naif hasn't travelled. So on that basis, there's a couple of things we can do in the centre-half at the moment. Obviously, I imagine we will bring in a centre-half. Charlie Cresswell will be linked with, as well as 𝗡𝗢𝗪𝗧 as well. So for me, if he's going to stick with the back three, it's Mads. Well, there's two options, actually. There's Mads, there's Mavropanos, and there's Jean-Claire. Now, Jean-Claire Mavropanos may change sides. There is another option. I'll talk about that option in a minute, but there is another option as well. So that's what we'll do. If we're sticking with the formation, Diouf and Wan-Bissaka. And now we look at the midfield. Now, obviously, we did sign Fernandes in time for the game. We didn't sign Mag in time for the game, but Mateus we did. And he's had 2 training sessions. So because I think we signed him Thursday night. He did all the press stuff. He did the Friday training session because there was a video of it, and the Saturday training session, I'd imagine. So for me, he starts and he takes a JWP spot. Now, he might not take the JWP spot today, but because JWP may play. However, I think he operates the same type of role that JWP would like to operate. And so, you think, what does James bring to the table? Is it a set piece? Well, he hasn't really done much. And actually, Diouf and Boeing are pretty sharpish in the old set pieces. Passing ability, I think Fernandes is superior. Work rate, energy, Fernandes is superior. Experience, JWP wins. And that's literally it. And it's done fuck all recently since. I think he goes with Souček. Now, what I'm thinking about now, let's do let's do an eventuality that Paqueta plays. I don't think he will do now, because it does seem, although Sean has said last night that he wasn't. They're not going to sell him, but then so someone's saying some false information. Whether they're trying to force the move out, I don't know. But if he did play, and if he is playing for us, then that's the setup for me. That's what we do. And again, the pieces might move to a 5 or to a 3, or they could even go to a 4, and Diouf can puff, and they can almost go to a 4 at the back, and Diouf pushes up. I just look at the screen rather than that. Diouf can push up if need be, and you could do something like that, and I don't know, like that. He does go around a little bit. I don't know what he can really do, but there's loads of stuff he can do. If Paqueta doesn't play, again, couple of options. First option is, now I don't like this option. Don't sound like this option, but 𝗓𝗧 playing there. He's done it before. He could do it again. Similarly, you could have a situation like that, which I don't particularly like because I think there's nothing here really. He may decide to do this, put 𝗓𝗧 there, drop 𝗓𝗢𝗧 into there. He might even play Fernandes. He might think he's just come into the side. Oh, cool. He might go with that. I hope he doesn't, but he might do. Other options. Let's go with, there's a lot of different options, which I quite like in some respects. We need one more player, so we'll do Bowen. Let's do Bowen Füllkrug. This I wouldn't mind. Wouldn't mind that. Give him a run out. George Earthy could even do. Could you believe? Would you imagine it? He might be forced to go to a back 4 without Paqueta. If he goes to a back 4, it could be something like this. If he goes to a back 4 with Paqueta being in there, and go for something like that, a 4-2-3. What was it? 4-2-3-1, isn't it? Oh God, I just know what it'll do then. It will do that. Well, then you sort of have to play. Would you even do that and maybe bring in Ollie Scarles? You could bring in Ollie Scarles as a left back and do that, and then I don't like this. Or even that and the Potts. I don't think he'd play for tomorrow or later on today. Play Fernandes and Potts together just because it's a bit early. I don't really like that, but he might do that. He might be forced to do it because we haven't got that we've got 𝗪𝗧𝗧 who could play in that position, but without Paqueta, it might be it makes more sense to play 4 at the back. As I said, there are other options when it comes to you could do this. Where is he? Where is he? You could do that now. I'm not for the rest, but I'm talking about the back 5. You could play a back 5 of these 5. Although I think, to be honest, he'll play 𝗪𝗧𝗧𝗠. I think, if anything, 𝗪𝗧𝗧𝗠 has probably been our most consistent defender we've had. Whether he plays in the centre or the right, I don't really know, but I think that's what he'll play. I think he'll play 𝗓𝗧 there. No, I'll take the things off. I think he'll play 𝗓𝗧. And I just don't know about what. I mean, I wouldn't mind actually seeing giving Marshall one out. I mean, the fact is, with this whole thing with Paqueta, Post sort of got a clean, a free hit at that 10 player, whoever plays that Paqueta position, because if all this has come out today, then it may well have been discussed in the last couple of days. But for us, we've just found out it now. So we're like, fucking hell, Paqueta's this and Paqueta's that. And, so although Rodriguez still hasn't gone away. And I don't mind these two playing together. I don't mind this. I don't mind this. I don't mind that at all. Because I don't want JWP playing alongside Fernandez. That does nothing for me. I'm quite happy for these two to play together. Because I think they could complement each other. Rodriguez, Rodriguez can do the holding there, and Fernandez can push up a bit and almost play like that. I don't mind that at all. And just as long as that stays like that, I'm quite happy, because I think that's where Rodriguez is good at. It's when he tries to go forward and then try to track back. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. I've done enough doodling on there. Take care and see you in a couple of hours. Much love.